Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It is time to get after it. Let's go. What's up? What's up, everybody? Paul, what's up? Good morning. Hey, Capital. Hey, Alessandro. Tom, Bill, Tick Trader, Squid. Good to see you guys. Hey, Neil. Good morning, MM. Godfrey, welcome. Good to see you. Nice little bull run this morning, y'all. We're really close to, what high is this here? From November 13th. Very close to the high. Of course, we do have a gap on the chart now. But man, I would love to see a nice bullish trend day. That would be amazing. We have a minute before the open. Nice bullish trend. We could definitely consider a long right off the get-go here. Hey, Bruno. First day on personal live account. All right, Tick Trader. Well, good luck. Hey, Martin. What's up, Go? All right, y'all. Here we are. Market is open. Let's go. And EMA is not holding right off the bat. Here's the NAS, which also not holding on this pullback, but could easily already be played out here. So we'll give the market a minute to do what it's going to do. I mean, a bid, there's nothing wrong with a bid test in the morning. Most good trends actually start. Okay, so I'm not too interested in shorting. I mean, if we get a really good entry here at the EMA, you know, I could for sure consider it, but overall this market is so dang bullish. We had this gap up. We're getting 3 strong candles above the EMA. I'm thinking we probably continue higher here. Yeah, look at this move up. My goodness. Right back challenging the overnight high here. All right, so looks like the S&P is going to challenge the overnight high. The Nasdaq is rejecting a little bit on the EMA here. As far as news this week, we got nothing today. Tomorrow is quite a bit. We got consumer confidence, we got home sales, manufacturing. So plenty of news tomorrow. Wednesday, there's a couple things in the morning. Yeah, some durable goods. We got prelim GDP, core PCE, etc. So yeah, a little bit of news going down. Obviously it's a holiday week this week, so action will start to fizzle out for sure. I'm trying to see what we have as far as earnings go. Thought we had a couple. Nothing major, but we do have some earnings, like Zoom's reporting today after the close. Dell's reporting tomorrow. So not, I mean, nothing big, nothing that's going to move the market. Kohl's, Best Buy, Macy's. Yeah, but there is some economic activity going down, so hopefully that will give us some sort of volume on this holiday week. All right, looks like this uptrend possibly played out. Even if we were looking at the wider one, it has 2 legs now. 1 and 2, right at this resistance from whatever I said that was, November 13th. See if we can bust through. Not interested in taking a long until we are nice and confirmed above this. Something like that. Otherwise, can expect a pullback here. All right, here we go. Popping above yesterday's high. We'll see if it holds. Hey, morning, Marcher. I have no lag on my chart currently. Looking good over here. Nasdaq is looking pretty range-like, but it is also coming up. I would imagine this is also the November. Nope, this isn't November 13th high. What the heck is this? There's a low from the 12th, but I think we had lower lows than that, so I don't know why we marked this out. I think that's going to be a better level for us there on the Nasdaq. But we just broke the overnight high. Let's see if it holds. ES has a secondary channel going. Buyers stepping up indeed. Let's see if this holds here. It's going to be, I mean, secondary channels not great on this kind of choppy up and down movement, but we'll see. I want this to hold. Could even consider a long if we get a nice two-legged pullback. Nice green bar so far. What's up, JK? We'll call you JK. I like that. Good to have you. Welcome. Possibility that the secondary channel is still holding. Hey, Cricket. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, could we get to that 21,100 level? Alright, back on... Oh, I already am on ES, yeah. I was referring to the Nasdaq there, but... Yes, we continue to test that November 13th high. Gotta see it hold. We're gonna be bullish. Come on, S&P. This is do or die. I would love to see a bullish trend today. Yeah, that would be ideal. Okay, there's one hold of the EMA. We'll get one more. We will take the long. And we did not get that second test on the EMA, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. Coming back down. Unfortunately, it went really high before the second test. But we'll see. We'll see if this holds. You need this candle to turn around really strongly. Close bullish. I have my doubts, but we will see. Close below the EMA. That's not great. We would need to see a push up and a higher low at this point. Nice bullish hammer. Can't trade it. It's below the moving average, but if we pop up and get a higher low, that will definitely be a good setup. So waiting for that pop above the EMA. So far putting in lower highs, lower lows. Rejecting off of that November 13th high. We're right at a 600 SPY too. So this is actually the all-time high too. So trying to hold this all-time high. Market is struggling for it right now. All right, here we're dropping down. Rejection off of that 600 area. Archer, really quick before you bail, check and see if if the little bar on the bottom of your screen is actually moved all the way over to live. That that gets people a lot of time. They're like, "Why is it lagging?" It's actually just that you're not moved all the way to the front there. So make sure before you bail, check that. Otherwise, yep, see you in the Discord. All right, well, move down, continuing. Hard to identify this channel here, but obviously we are moving down. Even worse on the Nasdaq. This is, look how strong this move is. So I'd for sure be interested in a short on the Nasdaq. Yeah, that's how it works, Cricket, for sure. I'm sure we've all been there. I got the market figured out. Trading is easy. Boom. Humbling. All right, so we were waiting on this pullback here on the NAS. Just need a clean move, nice bar at the EMA, and we can take it short. S&P finding some support right where that swing low was earlier. Right here. And this is also, what level is this? This is the high from the 14th. So that'd be good to find support on a level like that. That certainly helps the bullish case. There's one little move down on this pullback. JK, good question. Do I calculate position for every trade according to ticks, or do I have static contracts? It kind of depends. One, it depends on the accounts I'm trading. Sometimes, if like I got a new funded account or something, I will keep it static, just at like one contract. Oftentimes I will adjust, like if I have a really big target, I'll lower my contracts, just don't need as much. So I kind of do a little bit of both. S&P is above the moving average. The short does not look as good on the S&P, especially since we bounced right off of that swing low support, the November 14th high support. Yeah, not too interested in shorting the S&P, but the Nasdaq looks like a decent short still. Let's see what happens at the moving average. Yeah, JK is saying sometimes it's a little too quick to calculate. True, that is true, but what you can do, JK, is kind of leading up to it. You can calculate. So we know that the setup is going to be close to the EMA, right? We know the setup is going to be happening right around here if it's good. And for me, I target usually the swing low or swing high. Swing low in this instance, since I'd be shorting. So what I do is, before there's even a setup, I would calculate somewhere around the EMA to my target, which is 34.5. That'd be 690. So you know, depending on which account again I'm using, I can adjust contracts based on there. Like, oh, 690, that's my ultimate risk, one contract. Or I could go up to 1200, let's go 2 contracts. So I kind of do it preemptively before the setup even happens. And you can get a good idea of what kind of contracts you would need. Yes, having a drop here. Looks like it might make a new low of that downtrend. I'm getting whippy out here. There's some news I'm missing here. Let's see. Did I miss a news release? Nope. Nothing scheduled again. They heard you, Tom. 0 sellers and they're dropping the market, right? The Nasdaq ended up having a new low. Absolutely no setup to take in order to trade that. We had one move down right here. Come back, did not even touch the EMA. No bearish bar. No way to get in on that. And on S&P as well, there was no setup. We could have looked for a lower high around here. Never happened. We just got to move down straight to a new low. So nothing you can really do about that. Blue collar, I have actually considered trading Bitcoin futures, but I have not found any luck finding volume there. I don't know when they trade, how much volume it gets, but like I've turned on the chart during the New York session, it's just like ghost town. So yeah, I don't know if I had the contract wrong or what, but there was not much going on, so it was not, the juice was not worth the squeeze when you have the S&P 500, the most liquid instrument in the entire market. So hard to trade anything else. Well, the Nasdaq is a close second, right, as far as liquidity and volume. All right, so waiting for a bounce on both markets would be ideal here. We can look for a reversal, a double higher low to take long. We have, we don't really have one on ES, but I'm sure there's probably a hidden one in there. All those wicks down. So I'd consider one more higher low. I also just realized I need to reload my data. And I could consider the same setup on NAS. 2 higher lows in a row. Not getting the higher low yet on the NAS. Let's see what we got on the ES. We get a really strong bullish bar here. I may consider it. Oh man, shoot. Didn't even have time to react to that. Just launched up. So, looks like it was a decent trade if anyone was quick enough. That was super fast, super fast. I did not even have time to jump in. Already went 1-to-1. Got a confirmed uptrend now. Blue collar, this is something you can look at as far as worry about being stacked. Not too stacked when you have a legitimate trend forming, right? If this was just completely sideways, it'd be different, but you have consistent trend moving up above the EMA, nice bullish bar. That's what you want to see. That's trapping sellers. People are going to be trying to be going short in here, looking for this downtrend to continue, but we know that this is most likely played out because we had this move down, had a break, had a new low. So great context for a long there. Just happened really fast for me. Oof, look at that bar. Yikes. Yikes. All right, well, the question now is, do we have a wider downtrend? I would not favor it. As always, zoom out when you're unsure and look at this action. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. This is for sure range-like behavior. So we are not trending yet. Don't start drawing wide trends, looking for some bigger pattern. It will not help you. The the problem though, unfortunately, is we don't have a consistent range. Like, it's not bouncing at the same level, it's at a different level every time. We're down here, we're up here, we're down here, we're up here. Like, not a consistent range, so you can't really trade it as a range. Have to wait for short-term trends to develop and just trade those. Or reversals. This is prime stuff for reversals. So we are now below, what is that? Whatever that November 14th high. We do have that gap, the downside, which is also the high from, we're not even going to use that high. We'll look at the high from Friday, and then the gap is below that. Keep this wider channel in the back of your mind. Again, it's too early for it now, but we get a nice bounce at the bottom and it pulls back and holds. We can play this. All right, over on the NAS, let's see if there's a possibility of a wider channel here. Maybe a secondary one, because we kind of had a spike down. Maybe something like this. If it keeps dropping, then yeah, we can adopt something like this. We'll just kind of need to wait on price action to determine what makes the most sense. I'm betting on this one. Okay, here we are at the EMA. Let's watch how prices react here. So far, a little bit of a rejection. That's good. See if we can get another test on it. Don't like how vertical this thing is, though. This could easily just be a bullish trend developing. Yeah, we're gonna let this keep correcting. Gotta respect this counter trend. Let it play out before taking any shorts. And if it just keeps going up, then we will switch biases to the long side, keeping in mind that this wide downtrend is just in case, right? It's not confirmed yet. And just public service announcement for the week. We'll have to see how the market's doing to determine which days I'm going to trade this week. For sure today and tomorrow, and then depending on how that looks, I'll have to make a decision for Wednesday. Thursday and Friday for sure not trading, but maybe Wednesday, we'll see. PSA for the weak, like is in the opposite of the strong. There's a PSA for you, all you weaklings. All right, Nasdaq, nice bearish bar here. I like that if it can close on its low. Cool, cool. There we go. Nice, nice. One more bearish bar at the moving average for the Nasdaq, and I will probably take a whack at a short. Also, guys, there will be a Black Friday sale going down. Just to plant that little seed. I'll probably announce that tomorrow, because I would imagine tomorrow be the last day when there's a bunch of people around. So yeah, that will be going down. Keep an eye out for that. I'm still waiting on prop firms to announce any Black Friday sales. Not seeing it. The Apex sale ends in 2 days, so that seems pretty well timed for a Black Friday sale. I don't know for sure if that's what's going to happen, but you know, it would seem that would make sense. All right, S&P is back below the moving average too, so a lower high here would get me interested in a short. Come on now. Tick above there, okay. So we'll see if this can turn around. You know, in regard to position size, this is where I'd be looking at it. Okay, cool. So I kind of know where we stand. Figure out your size from there. I'm calling it now that sellers have left for the day. See it. Yep, there's a strong close above the EMA, so forget about that short. S&P still popping up. Looks like it might want to make a new high of that uptrend there. Threatening again to go down is the S&P. Yeah, not really interested in a trade either way here. Looks like it might pop up. But would not be surprised if it drops given the overall movement. So we're just gonna wait here. We're gonna sit pretty. We still do have our gap below and Friday's high below. Man, if I was trading to the long side, this looks like a good setup. Second entry, higher low confirmation. But I just can't do it with a possible wider downtrend. If you are interested in the long side, there's your trade. May get another higher low here. Again, I just can't bring myself to take a long trade with the overall bias for the day. I want to see a little bit more conviction on the market, one way or the other. Nasdaq had 2 legs here on this correction. Move up, break, new high. If we push below the EMA, I'm leaning towards a short on the Nasdaq. Wonder how this secondary channel looks over here. Decent. There's that long trade worked out, so if anyone was bold enough to trade from the long side, there you go. So now I'd feel better about shorting the S&P if we get a move down, because this uptrend is now played out. Right, we have two legs right at this previous level. Now if we can move down from here, get two lower highs, I'd be all about that. So again, this would be better if we get a move to the downside. Pardon me. If we don't, it's gonna kind of be hard to track exactly what we're doing. This wider pattern, I guess, could work, but we'll see. You just got to be patient. Let the market show. Pardon me. When you want to trade is when it's super obvious what's happening, right? Like, hey, we're in a downtrend, we're getting a pullback, it's time to short. Or we're in an uptrend, we're getting a pullback, it's time to long. You want it to be obvious, but right now we're like, is it down, is it up? Not sure. So yeah, you have to wait until things are obvious. That's when that's how you know that there is high probability of success. So if it's not, don't worry about it. That's why as well, we were holding that wider trend loosely. You can see the range starting to take over. All right, a little rejection here. This is what you want to see as far as shorts go. Be looking for two consecutive lower highs. Nasdaq as well. Be looking for the same thing. Need some lower highs. Confirm the short for us, and then we'll be all over it. Looks like the S&P might be interested in at least testing the new low. But I don't know, man. This is starting to get a little bit dangerous. We're up, we're down, we're back, we're forth. Pretty swift to drops too. Not what you want to see. You want to see some solid, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like consistent movement, you know, steady movement. Just sudden jerky drops, not helpful for trading price action. Nasdaq is right near that previous low, and that I think that's the high from Friday. Still testing it. See if it holds or if we break. And this really could go either way here. So close to that low, but you know, feels like it wants to test that. We have that gap, but this could also be just a double bottom, higher low, and we're headed up. So I don't know, man. Need something more clear here from the market. We're not getting it. Not good conditions at all. I would agree with you there, Josh. You know, maybe if we get some rejection here at the EMA, I might consider a short. It's a pretty decent bar. Let's see how the body closes. Nope, bullish close. I was close. I was close. We had a bearish close there. I probably would have taken a stab at a short. close above the EMA. We're going to need to see a close below and then a lower high if we want to take that short. Here we go, getting close to that close below. This could be nice. Not quite close below here. Still need that lower high though. I kind of want to see it push down and for the market just to flush here. We've worked down too far to, you know, if we move up, I don't think it's going to be a bullish trend, so I think a flush would work better price action wise. See if we can get a lower high. Flush Martin is just it's a swift move down, taking out a bunch of stops. Still getting higher lows, and yeah, no real trend to work off of. We had this move down that is not getting any follow through. As I always warn you guys, when you have a steep move, it is easily reversed. It's the slow chugging, you know, consistent moves that are harder to reverse, but those really fast, really steep ones, pretty easy to reverse. Well, hope you guys are doing all right in this action. You know, there's been a couple decent hindsight trades, I would say, but oops, couple decent hindsight trades. But that's about it. Nothing that I think that you could easily take in the moment, justifiable by price action. We could end up actually having a range finally develop. Something along these lines. The S&P. See what the EMA does here. So far it's been nothing but higher lows and higher highs. We get below the moving average, that could start to be a break in the structure. Here we are below the EMA, starting to pick up some steam. A few more points and we got a break of that uptrend structure. Hey Fernando, good morning to you. There is that break of structure. The downtrend might not be over, guys. The downward movement might not be over. Yeah, so now definitely not wanting anything really inside this potential range. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could be convinced to look for a short towards the new low. It'd have to look really convincing. Basically, I would need a miniature second entry on one of these moves down. Something like, see if I can draw it. Something like this. A lower high, James, would not be enough for me. Lower highs are, they're like a confirmation setup. So if you have a trade that you're already looking at, but it's maybe a little dicey, a lower high will confirm it for you. Or if the context is super clear and you're looking for like a range, great, take a lower high. But otherwise, it's not just a setup you want to try to trade all on its own. Because look how many lower highs, look all over the chart, look how many of them fail. So it's not good enough on its own. It has to be part of a context, has to be confirming a legitimate entry, and it is not doing that right now. So, all right, well, nothing for sure here. Best to be waiting on the market. Wait till we get a breakout of either the low of the day. This trading range would present the best opportunities. I'm gonna run out of here, guys. As I said, be tuning in tomorrow. I'm gonna announce Black Friday sale. Trade safe this week. All right, this is not a week to go heavy. Holiday week. And yeah, I'll be around tomorrow, and we'll see, depending on today and tomorrow's action, what if I'll be in on Wednesday. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me as always, guys. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.